Bitcoin is perfect money. Once you understand that, you realize everything you used for money in the past is toxic. Your capital is toxic. Your currency is toxic. You know, we've been living in a world where the doctors bleed you to death. We're living in a world where they inject garbage and sludge into your brains. You're living in a world where you're eating stuff which is poisonous, right? The cure is stop putting toxic stuff in your system. The orange pill is that cure. We need to spread that cure to the world.
Michael Saylor, a prominent advocate for Bitcoin and the executive chairman of MicroStrategy, is one of the most, if not the most bullish person on Bitcoin. In his recent discussion on BTCPrague 2024, Saylor gave many key points and rules of Bitcoin that investors should follow if they truly want to be successful. Saylor believes that Bitcoin is the perfect money. He argues that traditional forms of money like fiat currency are fundamentally flawed and harmful, or toxic. Additionally, Saylor compared traditional financial systems and economic opportunities to a rigged casino, where the odds are stacked against participants, and unlike traditional games or investments, Bitcoin is a fair game where everyone can potentially win. According to Saylor, the only way to lose with Bitcoin is to not participate or to quit too early. He suggests that over a long enough period, Bitcoin will yield positive returns for those who stay invested. We will now bring you clips of the video. Please take a little time to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of crypto news. We hope you enjoy.
Stop, you don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
If you go to Bernard Arnault, one of the richest men in the world, and you say to Bernard, well, you know, here's a good business, selling handbags, selling luxury items. Bernard realizes he's not going to take all his money and buy euros or buy dollar bonds or buy pesos. But that doesn't mean he won't price his handbags in euros and dollars, right? The richest man in the world still will price things in a local currency, recognizing that people would rather trade the currency for the handbag, or trade the currency for the champagne, or trade the currency for the Bitcoin. Right? We're for something which is beautiful and elegant and powerful and inspirational. We don't need to be against the other thing. At the end of the day, 99% of all the wealth in the world is going to be in something other than the currency, and half of it will probably be in Bitcoin. Let's just be for it. I would be remiss in giving a presentation of 21 rules of Bitcoin if I didn't mention this rule. You do not sell your Bitcoin. What do I mean? Bitcoin is energy. Bitcoin is life. Don't squander your life. Conserve your energy. Right? I give you energy for, don't let the fire go out. When the fire is what keeps your family from freezing, do not let the fire go out. Right? You have a life, it's beautiful, you can do beautiful things. Don't throw yourself off a cliff, right? And Satoshi gave you economic energy. You can capture it, you can own it, you can conserve it. Don't throw it away. Economically, Bitcoin's been going up 50% a year for the past 4 years. Every time you sold it, you gave up the best performing asset in the world to buy what? Diversification is selling the winner to buy the losers. When do you sell your Bitcoin? When your family is going to die, you sell your Bitcoin. When you need it to conserve your life, the lives of those you love, then yeah, you trade it, you borrow against it, but you only need one chair. You do not sell your Bitcoin. Everything else is inferior. The world, by the way, the entire world is constructed to convince you to sell your Bitcoin. Everybody wants you to trade your Bitcoin for their hedge fund, for their stock, for their idea, for their whatever it is. And you just have to keep in mind that, no one is getting rich by telling you not to give them your money. Bitcoin's the one thing in the universe that you can truly own. How? Why? Right? It's information manifested as economic value. The network has to be durable. The network has to be decentralized. The network has to be ethical. But if you find an economically sound, technically sound, ethically sound crypto network, of which we have one called Bitcoin, then the possession of the keys is ownership of the thing. Everything else you have in your life, you own at the pleasure of someone more powerful than you. Whether it's the mayor, the governor, the nation state, the corporation, it could be anything or anyone. You think you own it, you have it until it's taken away. It'll be taken away from you by expropriation, by taxation. Maybe it'll be taken away from you by regulation. And in the absence of all those things, it'll be taken away from you by the passage of time, entropy and chaos. Except this thing. This is the thing that if you own this, the passage of time only makes it more valuable. Chaos only makes it more valuable. Nobody on earth can take it away from you. It's the first thing in human history you can own. It redefines the principle of property.
Michael Saylor continued by elaborating on several core principles and beliefs regarding Bitcoin, its value, and its role in the economic system. Saylor emphasizes that being pro-Bitcoin does not necessarily mean being anti-fiat currency. He gives the example of Bernard Arnault, who prices luxury goods in fiat currencies like euros and dollars, even though he may not hold his wealth in these currencies. He believes that despite the advantages of Bitcoin, fiat currencies still play an important role in daily transactions. He also suggests that it's practical to price goods in local currencies as people are more comfortable trading fiat for goods, services, or Bitcoin. Also, Saylor strongly advises against selling Bitcoin. He metaphorically describes Bitcoin as a form of economic energy and life force that should not be taken for granted. The only acceptable reason to sell Bitcoin, according to Saylor, is in extreme situations where it is necessary for survival. He suggests that even then, borrowing against Bitcoin might be preferable to outright selling. With all that said, let's continue to hear what Michael Saylor has to say.
Walk into a casino, it's rigged. Every game is rigged against you, maybe with the exception of poker. And when you sit down at the poker table, if you're not the professional poker player, that game's rigged against you too. Bitcoin's the only game in the casino that we can all win. That's a very sobering idea. Yeah, maybe you can win one of the games if you rig it. Maybe you can find something in life you can win for a while. If you're the expert in this business or that region or that real estate or this art dealership or something, maybe you find a game for a while that you can win, but there is no game that everybody can win all the time, right? Bitcoin is the casino. It is the house of chaos. Anybody that wants to play in that game can keep winning. In fact, right, the most profound idea here is the only way to lose in the game of Bitcoin is you don't play the game or you quit too soon until the odds come to your favor. So walk into the casino, sit down, play the game of Bitcoin, don't quit, everybody wins. Or walk out of the casino, play a different game. Over a long enough time horizon, you'll be a loser in every other game because you don't control the house, you don't control the odds. Even when you think you own the country, even when you think you own the company, even when you think you have monopoly on the market, the gods of entropy are going to upset your fragile equilibrium. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin's not just the protocol, it's not just the software, it's not just the way you interact with it or everyone else that uses Bitcoin interacts with it. Bitcoin's a virus. It's an economic virus, it's a monetary virus, it's an ideological virus. It's going to ripple through time and space. So to understand Bitcoin, you have to understand how the existing sets of adopters will interact on the layer 2, the layer 3, the layer 4, the layer 5. You have to understand how the layer 3 applications will interact with each other via layer 2 protocols, via layer 1 protocols. You have to be thinking about what will people that haven't even discovered Bitcoin be doing with Bitcoin in 10 years, in 50 years, in 100 years. If you want to understand Bitcoin, you think about what will 10 billion people 100 years from now be doing with Bitcoin through 300 million different institutions across protocols and extensions of Bitcoin that have not yet been conceived and have not yet been invented. So when you consider how the idea will ripple through time, through space, through complexity, through the endless ways that humanity can organize itself, then you grasp the full scope of Bitcoin. How will an artificial intelligent entity created in 10 years, living in cyberspace 50 years from now, integrating with a million other AIs, use Bitcoin? Right? This is a profound chain reaction. It's a fire in cyberspace. It's viral through time, through space, through humanity, through all of the various vestiges of humanity. And of course, once you get that idea, you realize that you don't really know everything that's in the minds of 8 billion people or 300 million corporations or a billion things that are yet to come. And with that comes humility, and with that comes a thirst to keep studying Bitcoin. You'll never be done learning about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's for everybody. Rule number 15. It's for the people you don't like. It's for the AI bot that took your job is going to run on Bitcoin. You'll be mad about the fact that the robo-taxi took your job or the robot took your job, but you should be happy about the fact that the robo-taxi that took your job runs on Bitcoin and wanted to buy your Bitcoin and drove up the price of your Bitcoin by a factor of 10 or 100 or 1,000, right? Your enemy is going to buy Bitcoin. The people that launch the ETF and buy the ETF that you don't agree with, that come from a place you don't like, they're going to drive up the value of your Bitcoin by a factor of 1,000, and you don't have to like them, and you don't have to embrace their ideology. What you should realize is the more people that join the Bitcoin system, whether they're your friend, your enemy, the religion you love, the religion you don't care for, the country that you're at odds with, they're all helping Bitcoin. And if you are true to Bitcoin, they'll be helping you.
Based on Saylor's bullish outlook, what are your predictions for the future of Bitcoin? Do you think it will become a mainstream form of money? And how do you see it impacting the global economy? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section and continue the discussion. If you found today's video informative and would like to receive more updates on crypto and global finance, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and enabling post notifications for your daily dose of crypto news. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. For more Daily Dose Crypto News, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.